Good morning now. I think you'll find, Geo.
Good morning. How you doing?
Yeah, not bad, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all right. It's nice and early. This video call is different because the last one, I don't know. I was still at home and stuff. So I'm at home at the minute, so it's a bit weird doing this video this early on a weekday. If you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're working in the library today, I see.
Yeah, I am. I'm in my library. I'm in the
Yeah.
library today.
Any customers today?
No, none. No
No.
one can. Everyone's illiterate up here, so I don't know what the point is.
No. No. Oh well.
We're a bit behind. I mean, those books are written with a feather. That's how old they are.
I'm surprised they've not been deep fried, Geo.
That's next on the list. Anyway, I tell you what, Gonzo, I'm looking forward to tonight's game, and I don't know why. I have absolutely no evidence, but I wasn't looking forward to Wolves. I was nervous. I wasn't looking forward to Spurs because I could see what was going to happen. Me and you predicted 2-0, and we predicted 2-0 quite confidently. Today, I've got a bit more excitement in me, and I think the only thing I can think of is because Villa and Watford have already played and got beat. So if we don't lose any ground on them. Yes, okay, Bournemouth can put us into the bottom three.
They got Newcastle tonight, Bournemouth.
Yeah, but they play before us as well.
Oh, okay. That's interesting then.
Yeah, so they only need a point to push us into the bottom three.
Well, I think that is a vital game. I looked at their games. I looked at it at the start. Almost looked at it as almost their most winnable game, or amongst them. If Bournemouth lose that, I think they are screwed. I really do. I think if you're not going to win that one, because I do think the journey. I do think there's something in it. You haven't got the creature comforts that you would usually have from travelling that distance in the normal Premier League. I don't know whether you fly or whether you stay in the 5-star hotel or whatever it is you do, but there's going to be there's going to be a lot less of those creature comforts and what you're used to in your sort of match day routine. And if that plus the distance can't throw Newcastle out, and Newcastle still go and win against Bournemouth, I really do. I think it's finished. That's going to be really. I'm not actually going to be able to watch it myself, but I'll keep an eye on the score. But yeah, I get what you mean. It is still a free hit because that's technically we're only even on games then, and Watford looks to be dropping like a stone as well.
Yeah, the good thing for us with Bournemouth is Callum Wilson's banned for 2 games now. He picked up his 10th yellow card, so he's out for 2 games. Josh King's iffy for tonight in terms of injury, so they might have Solanke up front. He's the last guy I'd want. I'd actually rather have Antonio up front than Solanke, in all honesty. So, but the good thing I saw yesterday, I saw Steve Bruce praising the Newcastle staff in regards to the travel arrangements and stuff. They got to Bournemouth yesterday, and he was praising about how comfortable it was and how well everything was thought out, and his players were fine and stuff like that. And I thought, okay, this is positive because I'll cling to any sort of positivity at the minute. So when Bournemouth's opponents are feeling good and comfortable, that's massive, really. So I'm happy with that. I think Bournemouth will get something tonight. I don't think they'll get beat, but it doesn't matter because, like you said, this is their easiest game. This is the last of our hard ones. We've got Man United, but one hard game out of 6. I'd say the other 5 are on paper winnable. So we can get out tonight with a good performance, scoring a goal, even if we get beat. If we can at least find the net and get a little bit of confidence in us, I'd be a bit optimistic for then play. I mean, that's the good thing. If Bournemouth win, it means that our opponents on Sunday have just got beat. So we win either way, don't we?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I do think that is just a funny one though, that game. So you say clinging to the hope. I cling to the hope that this takeover farce, which it has been from day one for Newcastle, is enough to motivate Bruce for him to say, just for him to prove, hold on a second, you don't need Rafa Benitez. And let's be fair, they didn't want him, Bruce. They were absolutely. They were seething that they'd lost Benitez, the Toon fans, and they didn't want Newcastle. They didn't want Bruce. So when he came in, I think he played us in the first friendly, if I'm right. We were wherever we were. Were we in China?
Yeah, it was China. Yeah,
We've got
because
to be
Mark
careful.
Bernardovich was there and we left him there.
Yeah, we might have picked something up. And so we, I think just Bruce is looking at it. Actually, he's not done too bad. I'm not sure where Benitez's finishing position was last season, but it wasn't top 6. It might have been in the top 10. And you look at it and think, well, he might not do. If Bruce can turn around and say, look, my finishing position's not that different to Rafa's, then he's done well anyway. Whether that'll mean anything to get taken over, I don't know. But the point is, he's got a point to prove, and that's really what we need. And I'm clinging. The funny thing is, what I'm clinging to is everything to do with everybody else, as I've said a couple of times. It's nothing that we're producing. I did my video, my daytime video. I did it last night, and I published it this morning to give it a bit of time to before we got our match tonight. And that is basically looking at Moyes' press conference, and it is not inspiring stuff. He's retreated into speaking in riddles. There's no clarity in what he says. The things that concern us about the match when we play, he seems to stick with. They don't seem to be a concern to him. And so I'm not seeing anything from David Moyes that gives me any confidence that we are going to do anything ourselves. So we do actually need everyone else to muck up, and then hopefully, look, 9 points does it. Possibly less might, but it's a terrible position to be in, and I can't be confident about tonight.
No, I mean the press conference thing concerned me that he was saying, "Oh yeah, Noble's got a big part to play and stuff," and I think, "Oh well, Noble's starting then, isn't he?" Even though he was dying after about half an hour against Spurs, so he's had a week's rest though, Mark Noble, for tonight. But I don't think he can play tonight and on Sunday against Newcastle. This is where Moyes has to almost pick a fixture for. David Moyes would be better off sitting down and looking at the other 7 fixtures and picking 3 or 4 games Martin Noble can play in and thinking, right, the other ones he's not playing in, so I need to plan this. Because if he plays tonight, he can't play Sunday, and vice versa. If you want to play him Sunday, don't play him tonight. Keep him on the bench, and if we're doing well in the game with 20, 30 minutes to go and you need to see the game out, bring him on, let him keep the ball. But if we're chasing the game, don't bring him on because he's not creative enough. Leave him out and let him have a night off, so then when we do play on Sunday, he's had, I don't know, 11 days rest, 12 days rest or something. We'll see a different Noble. Moyes needs to help his captain out here a little bit, because if he keeps playing him and running him into the ground, the fans are going to get on Noble's back. And while it is partly Noble's fault, it's also his manager's fault for just hanging him out to dry, essentially. What concerned me, though, was Moyes trying to use stats to suggest that we played well. You know, he said, "Oh, this is the second physical best stats of the season." I thought, what is that? Like, what stats? I assume it's distance covered he's talking about. But B, that's not a good thing.
Well, he started speaking about sprints as well.
Yeah, but if the players have then ran all this distance and put the effort in, we still lost, that means you've got the tactics wrong because the players have turned up. Yeah. So I thought, this is not good on you, David. If I'd actually rather you come out and said, "Listen, I had my tactics, but the players covered. This is the second worst game of the season for distance cover. The players didn't do it on the pitch, but actually you've come out and said the players put their heart and soul into the game and we got beat. So that means it's your fault. That means you didn't set the team up correctly." That's how I see it. I just think it's not a good argument. But like you said, he's speaking in riddles and stuff, and I don't even think he knows what he's talking about anymore. He's, like he said, he turned up at the start saying I win games, and now he's saying, "Oh well, I want to make some history," and he's also saying, "I hope it's going to go to the last game of the season." But that's not what he said when he turned up. So he's getting a bit West Hammed, if you like, or we're getting David Moyes. It's not a good relationship. It's not a good combination of things. But how are you feeling for tonight? Are you excited?
Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. No. And it's nothing to do with that. I've just I've got to take the kids to school now. Then I've got to work for sort of 4 hours, then get back, and so I'm still trying to work out my work routine, and so no, it's just too much going on in life for me to get excited about the game tonight. And then I've got to get them fed. So as long as I can get down here, get fed, get everything for about, I almost won't think about the game until about 7 o'clock or something. But I will try and maybe put the Bournemouth one on the radio. Just before that, I did see what I did want to say. Otherwise, we're not going to get to mention it, and I possibly wouldn't even mention this in a normal video anyway. The whole Moyes thing. Now you dig Sean out and Hugh quite a lot for what they do, right? And I don't, for obvious reasons. I thought Sean. It's quite funny how you read different things. I thought Sean almost did his worst thing yesterday. Did did you see the mock up of the David Moyes press conference, and then the geezer laughing and all the rest of it? It was.
Yeah.
I think that's as bad as anything. I think that's more unhelpful than the other stuff that annoys you, if you know what I mean. You know, I look at that, I think, what are you doing? And I very, very rarely do that, because I understand what Current Hugh is, and it's there to do stories, and it is. You calls it the West Ham newspaper. Well, it is. If you look at Current Hugh as the tabloid version of West Ham, as the Sun, and it's got a headline there and each article and all the rest of it. If you know that's what it is, then there should really be no surprise that this article, you know, is blah 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 blah. It's a headline. It's there. It's clickbait. I get it. I do clickbait on lunchtime videos, absolutely. But I found that mocking the manager, really mocking him. And I just thought it was unhelpful, really unhelpful. And because he was speaking in riddles, and he does look really confused, and he does look entrenched, and he does look like the longer it goes on, the more muddled David Moyes becomes. And I think if then you've got websites which then usually support the club, then start making, I know it's nothing, I know it's a meme or whatever it might be, but then start editing videos to make him look even more foolish and have everyone laughing at him like he is a fool, basically. That's what it's saying. Yeah. David Moyes is a fool. David Moyes is an idiot. I mean, well, this is not good, because we can't actually get behind him in the stadium because we're not there. And I just think, no, actually, the last thing we need to do at the moment is make him a comedic character. Get the 9 wins, then let's look at it and whether he stays on or anything like that. I just thought, no. I don't need him being a figure of fun at this particular point. I need him to get 9 points. I don't know. I just cringed, really.
To almost defend Sean here, I think it's just him jumping on the bandwagon. I think he doesn't want to come the end of it. If we get relegated, I think he wants to be seen as somebody that was also digging out David Moyes rather than somebody that was defending Moyes. And when we go down, we turn around and say, well, you backed him, so it was, not necessarily your fault, but you backed him and said we'd be all right, and here we are. So I think it's Sean almost protecting himself so he can say, well, actually, I was against Moyes as well. Here's some evidence. But I think it was also quite strange because obviously on that website there was an article during the week which said Pellegrini's to blame if we get relegated.
Yeah.
And then to see that, I thought, well, I think it's almost Sean, to be honest. I think it's almost Sean trying to distance himself from that article to say, hang on a minute, I never wrote the article. I don't agree that's Pellegrini's fault. So this is my way of digging out Moyes as well, because you can't really do an article digging out Moyes because he's just done one digging out Pellegrini and blaming him. So if Sean does a Moyes one, it's contradicting what Hugh said, which is fine because it's an opinion piece. But I think it's maybe Sean's way of sort of showing that he's one of the fans at the end of the day, if you like. I think sometimes he can go too far one way and he becomes like a spokesperson for the club. I think this is Sean's way of saying, no, I'm still a West Ham fan. I can have a laugh. I can dig out the manager. I can not like David Moyes. So I can't believe I'm defending Sean here.
No.
That's why I seen it.
But, right.
But what doesn't help, though, is I've seen accounts like West Ham fans, and I don't mind naming him because I get on with him. I think he's an all right guy. I like the account stuff. But I've seen him quote it and say, well, it's interesting Sean's putting this out, as if to say, is there a subtle message here? Are we being told that David Moyes' job is on the line, kind of thing? But people read too much into things when Sean puts out stuff like that. But that's just the nature of what they do. When you are in the know, if you put out something, people are going to assume it's cryptic and they're going to try and work out what the message is. So when you mock David Moyes, the message is Moyes is in trouble here. So it's not helpful, but I see it as Sean trying to have some innocent fun. But I can understand how people that yourself look at it like that, and I can understand how other accounts look at it and think, what's the message here? I just dismiss it because I think it's Sean trying to be one of the lads, if you like.
Yeah. You're probably right. I think the results are enough. The tactics are enough. The substitutions are enough. You don't then need to make him an idiot in an edit.
We can't say anything. Well, it's more me than you. I can't say anything like that because I sit here slagging them off maybe a review, so I can't then have a go at someone else for slagging them off. I'm not calling them.
No. But that's why I said to be seen as a club supporter. Then it was. I just thought, well, look, if fake Carlton Cole would have done that,
Yeah, it's fine.
I wouldn't have even thought twice. I wouldn't even thought twice about it because almost he can. Is that fair? No, but you reap what you sow. That's the niche he's cut out for himself, which is the Joker. Fake Carlton Cole is the Joker. And Sean and Hugh.
The edgy joke.
I'm
The
not saying
edgy
Sean
joke.
and Hugh can never make a joke. You can make a joke about something, but probably not making an idiot of the manager. When in the relegation battle when you're meant to be supporting the club. But there you go. That's it.
Anyway, we'll wrap it up. You've got to get the kids to school.
I do. Yeah, and upload this.
I shall see you at 7:10.
You will.
Patrons, thank you again for your support. I did the opposition view on Chelsea, went up late last night, so it's on the channel now. If you want to go watch that out, it's on Patreon. The post is on Patreon already. I'm quite confident I've got the Chelsea team right. I'll be surprised if I don't have 9 of the players correct out of the 11. I do think there is a weakness there. It's in the video. Me and Gonzo will be back at 7:10. Charlie and Tom are doing a watch along. And me and Gonzo will be doing the review. We'll be back late tonight with the player ratings. Loads of content. 27 videos for you lot this month. Lucky people. Gonzo, I'll see you tonight.
You will. See you later. Have a good day, everyone.
Bye-bye.